hammer in her throat, you might go fix it.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, boys.
Right now.
Well, all of a sudden she texts me, "What's up? The ex, maybe I'm in school."
Now it's spinning. It wasn't spinning at all. Oh, we have a picture now. Super.
She's probably choked on there the tape again.
There, I got something coming down.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You can take it. I'll let you do that. Yeah. Facing down.
All right. Scroll up to that. Good. All right. Sorry we're a little late. Technical difficulties. We're gonna start out 7:08. And for the pledge, remain standing. After, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we're gonna have a moment of silence for Anne Marie Brooks and Roxy L. Nichols, 2 residents we lost and buried this month. Thank you. Have a seat. Okay. Board have a chance to review the bills?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody did? Can I get a motion to accept the bills?
I'll make a motion to accept the
Sure.
bills.
Second,
I'll second.
Margaret. All in favor?
Aye.
Fine.
All right. Has the board had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
From last month, March 11th. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion on the minutes.
Second,
I'll second.
Margaret. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so we're on to presentations. We have 3 presentations, well, 2. Fire chief isn't here tonight. So, Ron Boyd here? He never made it.
No.
Okay. North Shore Network. Just me. You got it. You got it. You want me to pull it up on here?
Yeah, unless you want me to pull my laptop, whichever works best.
I got you. It's a PDF, so I gotta, let me know when done.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So basically, North Shore Networks is the partner for the broadband grant for Orleans County. So we're just building a network for Orleans County. It's all county owned. And so we look for opportunities to partner to bring it directly to neighborhoods and addresses where we need it. And so I had helped out a little bit on the last project. It wasn't really my project, but the county put me let me help on the last project. They needed me to assist. So I've been in the community since 2021, and I've known that, the site was leveraged previously for a telecom facility, and that the residents needed something reliable. And so, which is why we would look to partner again with the town of Berry to do the same thing, but better. And so, so you can scroll through a lot of it. It's just a rough concept that needs to be beat around. Obviously, we would take it. Kind of talks about who we are. North Shore Networks is just I'm local. I live right in Medina. We're operating it locally. It's all across Orleans, a 21 site network. yeah, Connect All Partner, that's the program in which we are working with for the municipal infrastructure program. And then we work a lot with United Way, which they're United Connects or something of that line now. They've rebranded. So we work directly with them. And then if you scroll down, it would just basically be a bit about what the project is in Washington 2025. It's looking for, it was 100% grant funded from the state of New York. And like I said, we're looking to build 21 network sites across the Orleans to basically cover the entire county to give an affordable internet offering to everybody. And I think that kind of goes into the spiel about that. And then it just kind of goes into, why the water tank. Kevin helped prepare this a little bit, but basically it was, it's elevated, it's near the residents that need it. So we would seek to partner with someone, obviously you all have that asset that's right there next to all the constituents, rather than like miles away. And then, yeah, basically we would take and we would seek to like gift, like we would install infrastructure that the town leverage. So like power infrastructure, say you wanted another tenant, say, you desired that, we would seek to do that. The mounts we would seek to, like the magnetic mount systems would be gifted. We would seek to let that be a part of the structure that you could leverage as well for co-location and things of that nature. And so it kind of gives you like it's just a rough drawing there. And then
What side of the tower would you put it on?
I think the construction drawing calls it out, and if I remember right, it would just be if we're looking at it, it would be the north and south face.
Okay. Both sides?
Yeah, just those two sides. Those are smaller. I think they're meant to go a whole way around, but we wouldn't need to go all the way around. Nor would I want to put a proposed weight to go on at the top. But I would say that would be significant for even a carrier because my loading would be so minimal that it could take probably 2 carriers on it before it'd be full.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Are you going any higher in the tower?
That would be on the top of the tank.
At what height?
Just at the top. I don't know off top head. It's,
How big what your equipment pipe?
the pipes themselves are 8 feet. So they would sit a little bit higher than the tank top itself. They basically hang over the side. So imagine as in like we come off the tank and we drop over the side. It's like we're mounting, so we probably going to be a little higher in terms of height than your cap.
Okay. I don't know what the FFA or FAA requirements are. We go any higher. They didn't put a light on because it was below that
It's under 200.
threshold.
At 180,
You remember what it was?
back home at 180, we had to put lights on any tower above 180, or if it was on a flight path. So you did a study on the
Yeah.
structure, but that's
Just
usually when you,
something we'd have to look into.
yeah.
Go down?
Yeah, I think that's the spiel on that. Again, gives you another little example of it on the far side there. And then, I'm gonna put this together. Basically, like I said, it adds the ability that the connection point is right in the backyards of the entire community of Berry. For the majority of it, and the outskirts will be covered by exterior towers bleeding over. Oh yeah, we talked about the future of mobile carrier potential. If you so chose, the infrastructure would be there and it could be leveraged in that way. And we would seek to, if we were going to do that, we had tandem and ensure the power build out would include like a transformer and things of that nature. It'll facilitate more than 1 meter bank.
This is gonna be a 10-year thing you're working.
Yeah, it's a 10-year deal with the state, so it's a 10-year program.
Those magnets are good for 10 year?
Yeah,
Really?
well, that's what they said when I talked to them. Yeah, so I've used neodymium magnets before. So in Carroll County and Owenton, Kentucky, we partnered with the local municipality for 7 of their water tanks. And so I use it's the same magnet, but on a greater scale. And it's still up there. I built that in 2017, and that stuff's still sitting on top of the tank today. We had to home make a bracket system for it to sit on. That's a little nicer, but
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're still up there on the cap. We basically built a ring on the top. I wish I had a picture. One side got omnis, so it's just two omni whips, and so we built a bracket to go on top magnetically on the cap. And the other was sectors, and we built with jams and stuff, magnetic systems to go 360.
Okay.
It was really fun, but that's a grander scale than that.
I think that was the last one on the list, next steps.
Yeah, and so basically it's just starting the conversation. And I think that's all Kevin. It's nothing to do with that.
Well, we just got an email like 45 minutes ago.
That was for me.
Okay, I couldn't download it, I don't know why.
Oh, it was so basically it was the construction drawing. I
Yeah,
was like, did they have that? And he's like, I don't know. Could you send it?
Yeah. we got it. I think the whole board's got, so we're gonna look at that.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I forwarded it to you, Bridget.
Yep, no, I've got it open.
Yeah, and so that gives you like a more like planned out picture of what could it be? What would it look like? And so, and it can be altered. That was just a prelim I had on SketchUp. That way it could be like, this is what it could be.
Okay.
Kind of style. The only thing I didn't have, it may not be on there, is 'cause I know the properties were there, and I didn't know how we get power back to site for a transformer. So we would have to,
Is there power already back there to the,
Limited.
yeah. So we would seek to upgrade it. So basically, we would run poles if we could back, and then set a transformer at the gate.
we're keeping the fire department in the know on everything we're doing, just so they don't get blindsided.
However, they would like, yeah, so if the conversation starts, the puzzle piece I couldn't really directly answer is like, are we boring with directional boring? Or just less disturbance? Are we gonna set poles? We're gonna, that would be my goal, because with a grant funded project like this, big mind says I want to impact the community as much as we can, and so like, I feel like that's a huge impact. To be able to install at cost from the grant, so.
Well, that would be something you and I would go look at, you know, how many you want to-
Yeah.
how much, how much power you would need.
Yep. And should, like, say you have limited power, it would be at a point where like we're installing more power. So say you're lacking power, then you have the ability to pull off into that, say. So. Cause I know the last project, cause once again, I helped out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is there enough power back here for this cabinet? But yeah, you know, we were there.
Yeah,
So.
but say, I don't know how many watts we have back there.
Yeah.
Voltage, but
Yeah.
believe me, but
It ran.
Yeah.
For a minute. Not very long. And I think that's it. So I'm basically, it's like questions. I'm here to kind of help. I don't have answers to everything, but I can try my best.
You guys got any questions?
Well, we need to know what they're offering.
Yeah, that's what we got the discussion and the agreement review.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Bridget and I sent some stuff forward, so we're gonna have to set up a meeting.
That's okay. Yeah, I live right here, so I can pop back whenever. I know the service options, so we did talk about like, another thing once again, community driven, coming to small town. I'd like to like hook up like community things. I'd like to get the Wi-Fi back in the park running that I helped put in. That was connected to the tower. If you need Wi-Fi here and outside, like, these are things that I like to do, that I would be willing to do. Make sure like all of our community municipalities have, like, not just you, like, you're gonna help out and I wanna help, because that's what we did back home, where I'm from. We helped with the camera systems, or putting in these things to help, because it's like, we're here, we're meeting needs, how can we help? And so, there's a need we can meet, especially with Wi-Fi. Like, don't hesitate to think about it.
Anybody have any questions out there that they're? All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
A brief update where we are procedurally with this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, we sent back general comments, on the proposed release back in January,
Yeah.
December. Yeah, it was a bit ago.
Okay.
So we're waiting for, Kevin was gonna take that to your attorney
Okay.
to incorporate changes so that we're,
So that
wanna nudge
I
him.
might have to do that.
Yeah, it's been a few months, so.
Okay. I'd like Kevin.
I mean, part of it was that we were waiting for this presentation, because part of the ask from you all is that the town forego rent.
I didn't Yeah, and like, it doesn't have to, it's what does it look like? So say you come back and you say, well, we don't really have a power need, and we don't like look at carriers being on there, so then it's like, that's where it's like, now we have to go and find a happy medium where everyone is content. Yeah.
Yeah, there's already carriers on there, isn't there?
RTO's on there still.
Yeah.
Right, but there's no, or anyone else? There's RTO?
No, I
Okay,
don't believe so.
alright.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe you could come to our next workshop, so you can work on it then.
Oh.
Somebody,
Yeah, if you wanna come to the next workshop we have next month, it's gonna be on April 6th.
Or expensive, you know?
Oh, so.
I was like, oh no, I can't go back in time.
Yeah,
You pick
May-
your calendar.
May 6th.
No.
May 4th.
Well,
No,
no,
it'd be
could you
May 11th.
change it to 2 days before board? That would be May 11th.
Okay, May 11th,
What time is your workshop?
1700, 5 o'clock.
No supper for you.
Come on, Dick.
Send me that email. I didn't get it.
Okay,
All right, and just same time, same bat channel. Okay,
thank you.
I got it on my calendar. Oh, and so, I can't talk about it. We'll talk about it later,
Okay,
because, yeah, it'd have to be side road.
okay,
No, the current equipment up there.
yeah.
It costs to take it down, but I think I've worked that out. Do that.
Yeah, let's talk on the side, cause I'd like to find an individual too.
Yeah, because I can't touch it, but we have a channel to do so.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So we're gonna get into the speakers. We got one tonight, one canceled out on us. I'm gonna read this. Please be respectful of the 5-minute time limit. Please give your full name, legal address before speaking. Please show respect to the speaker and allow them to talk without interruption. Remember to sign up to speak to the board by calling, stopping in to the town office or emailing by Tuesday, the day before the meeting. Please keep your subject matter to one topic. Remember that this is not a question and answer, just time for you to address the town board. Here tonight we have Mr. Palmer.
is Dave online? Is Dave online?
Should be on.
Come so he can speak if he wants to. If he's there.
Dave, can you hear us? Is somebody online?
Somebody is somewhere.
Somebody is, but they're not. talking.
Yeah. There's 6 people watching. Be one of them.
It could be one.
Maybe call him and get him on speakerphone when we need him.
Yeah. You're gonna need him there shortly to the end. So go ahead, Mr. Palmer.
Gary Palmer, 566 Oak Orchard Road. It's Elton, but I live in Canaberry. So I want to talk about the recent appraisals to the property. Somebody somewhere has screwed up. The appraisal, when I got my tax bill, said that my property was appraised at 78% of current value. When the appraisal came out, my appraisal is more than doubled. So I was at 78% at tax bill time. My appraisal should have went up approximately 22%. Now, the informal chat that we had, I got, property values have gone up tremendously. Unfortunately, property values have not gone up that much from 2024 to 2025 to 2026. There has been an increase. It's been less than 5%. It's all available online through the great state of New York. You can look it up. The status of my property was changed back to rural residential because I no longer have livestock. However, 48% of my property is a woodlot that I manage for lumber. Oh, it's still agricultural. And if you're going to take it out just because I don't have livestock, And all you farmers that don't grow winter wheat, all your property needs to be switched over during the wintertime to rural residential. We're getting a little crazy here with the assessment. I'm not saying that the assessor doesn't know what she's doing, but there's all sorts of ways of doing it. I've spent a lot of time looking it up. And the way that it was done for the town of Barry does not look correct to me. There's been several people that have reached out and said that the comps they got were from towns in Kendall, Carlton, Albion. The assessment's supposed to be done in the town of Barry, based on town of Barry sales. Luckily, my comps were based on houses in the town of Barry. They were not close to mine. I don't have public water. I have a well that runs dry every summer. So I wind up buying water. That directly affects the price of and the value of my home. Another thing that I was told in writing that really set me off was that Mr. Palmer, a house of your size, even if it's uninhabitable, is worth $100,000. What a foolish statement to be made. Who is going to pay $100,000 for 1,600 square feet of home that you cannot live in? And what bank is going to give you $100,000 for a home that you cannot live in? So how can that statement be made? Something needs to be done on these assessments. Because I am not the only one that's upset, and I'm sure that many of you have already heard, that there's a lot of angry people out there. So it would probably be a good idea for the board to look into doing something about it before grievance day comes up, because those poor people are going to be awful busy, and those assessments are going to have to be looked at and redone, because I don't believe they have been done fairly or justly.
All set, sir?
All set.
So I only have two things. The board has nothing to do with the assessments.
You guys are in charge of the town.
We're in charge of hiring our assessor.
You're right, and
We're not in charge of New York State is what sets that. But
you guys can push blame on anybody you want.
we're not pushing blame, first of all. So understand that.
You are.
We're not getting into that. So please, grievance day. That's your time to come to talk, but you got to do your homework. Do your homework. Have you talked to Dawn?
Indirectly, yes. Through
So,
emails.
well, I'll be honest with you. Make an appointment. Come and talk to her. She can clarify and clear things up. But then grievance day is your day to bring it forward. And I encourage you to do that. It doesn't matter how busy they're going to be. They're ready. They already know it. So please. But again,
Once again,
the town board
board is in charge. You are
of
the
hiring
of
the assessor. Let's not get confused. We're in
I'm
charge
not
of-
getting confused.
I think you are.
People are confused.
No.
Just
All
like all the rest of the town boards, you refuse to lead.
right, that's enough. Thank you. All right, old business. Hemlock Ridge Solar. Wes, Margaret, you guys got anything?
Hemlock, they're still working on the land contracts.
Okay.
Is what I understand, and they've been foiled as a standard business practice by Langen Engineering, and that's just to cover the work that they've done on phase one of the tree removal that they did. Okay.
Thank you. The Baird Solar Project, the SWPPP inspection report. All they gave us was everything's good over there. The grass is growing. There are places that's going to need reseeding. And then this month I'm going to check because a lot of those trees need to be replaced. They're dying out. Heritage Wind, Wes.
All I have is they completed their tree removal. They're working on getting those up to the road and piled. But other than that, they're done right now. They're standstill right now.
Okay. And we did receive the, certificate of insurance from them.
One other thing on Heritage, just 'cause I don't see it on the agenda, and it was a late edition resolution I sent you this morning. It was having to do with, authorizing the board to send a letter to the bond company for the Met Towers for Heritage that have already been removed, that would release the bond. Maureen has that.
Okay.
Heritage had sent, an email about it at the beginning, or I guess, it was after the last meeting, asking the board to, send a letter saying these powers have been decommissioned.
Okay. We'll go ahead and read this now. Or let Wes read it.
Let Wes read.
I will love to let Wes.
I wrote that, Dave would be able to sign a letter, but I see he's not
He's on
here,
vacation.
so maybe if you could substitute it for yourself or Margaret. Or wait till.
Well, I'm gonna get Dave on the line here.
It just needs to be in the letter, that's all.
Go ahead, Wes.
You want, if Dave can sign this, that'd be great. Should I just read it as Dave and then?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So the Town of Berry Town Board resolution authorizing the deputy supervisor to execute bond release for Heritage Wind temporary Met Tower decommissioning bond. Whereas Heritage Wind LLC previously provided a temporary meteorological tower decommissioning
Dave,
bond number 800191105
Gotcha.
issued by Brown and Brown Insurance Services Incorporated in favor of the Town of Berry. And whereas the Town of Berry has determined that said bond is no longer required in connection with the completed decommissioning obligations associated with the temporary meteorological tower. And whereas the Town Board desires to formally release the Heritage Wind LLC from all obligations associated with the said bond. And whereas the Town Board further desires to authorize execution of a bond release letter informing that bond number 800019105 no longer required, and the town releases Heritage Wind LLC from all past, present, and future liability associated therewith. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Berry hereby authorizes and directs the Deputy Supervisor David Allen to execute on behalf of the town the bond release letter for bond number 800019105, and be it further resolved that such execution shall constitute official confirmation that the Town of Berry has released Heritage Wind LLC from all obligations and liabilities associated with this bond.
Motion.
That was a motion.
That was the motion.
That was the motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Abstain.
Aye.
Aye.
Dave?
I would say,
Kirk abstains.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
Dave,
Don't go nowhere. We're gonna need you in a minute
Wes
again.
need it.
All right.
All right, Dave. Yep.
iPhone.
On vacation. All right, so we're good with that?
Yes.
All right. Let me go down through these real quick. The comprehensive plan. So as of right now, 2 co-chairs from the planning board met with Ed Flynn from Labellas to get the plan finalized. As soon as Ed gives it back to the planning board, they're just gonna give it a once over and bring it to us. We're gonna give it a once over, send it to the county, and we'll go from there. There will be things, when we talk about it, we will bring it up in a public meeting, as was the past board members had desired. So that's where we are with the comprehensive plan. Water District 10, Bridget.
we got the go-ahead from, well, to, put it back out to bid in a few years. They have everything they need. After it was the March meeting or the February meeting, I reached out to, our grant writer. No response.
I think that was in February.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I, think that either, or Evelyn should just reach out and have to do without our grant writers since they
Okay.
don't answer.
Okay. All right.
To set up that meeting to find out what we can do to qualify hopefully this coming round, because now we're getting close.
Yeah.
The time to do it all over again.
Yeah. All right, thank you. An update on the new water tower. Kirk, and the CPL team met with the town of Murray to see if they were going to be on board with the new water tower. I don't know if they've had or are having their meeting the beginning of April here. I'm not sure of the date, but they were discussing it then. Right now they're getting that water for that portion of their town from Albion, from us. And the bottom line is if they do decide to go with Monroe Water, it's going to take 5 years to get everything done because they're going to, well, that's what came out. Might have changed because they'd have to build their own water tower for fire issues. So we're going to see what they come back with. But water tower, the new water tower is moving forward.
And you, Kirk, and who else?
Jason, but CPL.
We're just waiting to hear whether or not Murray is in, and the draft and a mutual agreement.
Thank you.
Has not been forgotten. Just
All right,
Town of Albion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to know who to put in it.
Yeah, definitely. Mercy flights, Mercy. They've had 10 calls this month. The union prep for negotiations. Our lawyer and their steward have been talking. There's more to come on that. I got to talk to you more on that, Dale, with some of the things that came up. We received all land separation fees that were out, which is a good thing. It was unfortunate that the Berry Betterment Easter Bunny drop was canceled. New business. All right, new business. We need a motion to accept the resignation of Cheryl Krug-Worth from the grievance board. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion.
Wes,
I'll second.
Margaret, all in favor?
Aye.
Did Dave say yes?
Dave, oh, hang on, put you on.
Let me just for the minutes make.
Dave, you copy that one? Yeah. Thank you, Dave. All right, we need a motion to appoint Kelly Jubenville to the grievance board. Can I have a motion to appoint Kelly?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Wes, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Dave? Thank you, Dave. All right, now we're going to go into the motion. Let me get this up here. Motion to appoint the compliance monitor for Heritage Wind project. That'll be, okay, Wes, you're up.
All right, we had 6 applications for the compliance monitor for both the Heritage Wind and the Hemlock Ridge projects. Pretty much they read the same for each of them. I mean, if you read one, they were. I would approve one for doing both projects. They read the same. You know, they were good at doing wind. They were also good at doing solar and like that. So the applications that we narrowed down, basically, I guess we decided that there were 3 of them had very little information that they sent or were completely out of our area, and didn't show much in expertise in the wind or solar. So those we set aside. The three we've in discussion, I guess, here are Nussbaumer, Clark, Hunt, and CPL. Going by a grading scale matrix that Bridget shared with us to base this on. The categories were PE licensures and for speaking of just the heritage one now, wind experience. The other categories were utility scale construction compliance experience, understanding of the HCA and permit obligations, inspection scope completeness, reporting communication protocols, available responsiveness, and cost and hourly rates. So we can go down through those and add 1 to 5 on how we perceive that they would be at each of those categories. I did mine, and I'd say, I guess do I just tell them 1 to?
Right here.
How do you want to
I mean,
proceed from here?
it's up to the board if you want to go through your ratings now, or if you want to give a summary of what final scores were.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So,
So based on looking at these, and for the Heritage Wind project, I would say we scored Nuss Bomber Clark the highest,
Mhm.
and then Hunt, and then CPL. And that was basically came down to knowledge of the project and their experience. Their experience doing large scale work is what really divided them up from 1, 2, and 3 in our mind. The prices were roughly about the same, so that was low on our expectations of separation. So that is our recommendation at this point. Would be in that order: Nussbaumer, Clark, Hunt, and then CPL.
Can we read the resolution wording to the?
and read the resolution into the record, or you can offer it as drafted with packet that I sent last week.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
And I also need all the bids.
Okay, that's easy.
That's easy. Yeah.
They need to be retained.
Yes,
With the
Okay.
paperwork will fill out. So
then I guess read the resolution because Maureen doesn't have it, and Maureen, I'm email it to you.
Yes, thank you.
It's the same resolution for both, just
Okay.
has different project.
Okay. So there might be stumbling blocks in here for a minute.
I think because it had blanks, because I haven't talked to you guys.
Right. So when I come to a blank, give us a minute to. Okay, Town of Berry, Town Board, County of Orleans, State of New York, resolution number as of 2026. Resolution awarding professional services contract for Heritage Wind compliance monitoring. Whereas the Town of Berry, the town issued a request for proposal of professional engineering services to serve the town's compliance monitor for the Heritage Wind project pursuant to the host community agreement and applicable permit requirements. And whereas the town board received and reviewed proposals submitted in response to such request for proposal, and whereas such proposal has evaluated by the town board using a comparative evaluation matrix addressing the professional licensures, wind project experience, construction compliance, monitoring experience, scope of services, reporting capability, availability, and cost. And whereas the town clerk compiled the individual board member scoring sheets into a consensus scoring worksheet.
We'll just
Reflect-
strike that part because the town clerk did not do that.
Yeah.
We did not do that. Okay. Whereas based upon comparative evaluation of matrix, the consensus scoring worksheet maintained in the town clerk's file, and the board's discussion at a duly noticed public meeting, the town board has determined that, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but the Nussbaumer Clark firm is the highest ranking and best qualified response to serve the compliance monitor for the Heritage Wind project. And whereas the town board further finds the proposal submitted by Nussbauer Clark represents the best value of the town and satisfies the requirements of the host community agreement. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Berry hereby awards the professional service contract for Heritage Wind compliance monitoring to Nussbaumer Clark, and be it further resolved that the town supervisors hereby authorized and directed to execute a professional service agreement with Nussbaumer Clark substantially in accordance with its proposal dated today, 2026, subject to review and approval by the town attorney. Be it further resolved that compensation shall be in accordance with the proposal and any negotiated final agreement approved by the town attorney, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Can we have a motion? This is the motion.
And I'll make the second.
Dave? Thank you. Kirk?
I'll abstain.
Abstain.
You guys still need to vote, even though you made the motion in the second.
Yes.
Oh, all in
Yeah.
favor?
Vote yes.
All in favor? Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it.
Dave said aye.
Yes.
They said already.
For the next resolution, because you have read it, if you would like to make substantially the same resolution.
Yeah.
To award for the to also award for the heritage.
Okay.
Enter the full text of it.
Can I just say what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I move that we maintain the same resolution as read previously, but for the Heritage Ridge Solar Compliance Monitoring Project.
Hemlock Ridge.
Too many H.
Yeah, that was Hemlock.
Sorry,
Hemlock.
Hemlock Ridge. It actually says that here.
Oh,
Hemlock Ridge Solar
See?
Compliance Monitoring.
I messed that up. My bad.
You did the resolution.
Hmm?
You did
I
the
did the
resolution.
resolution.
And I'll do a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Dave. Hey, Dave, I think we're good with you if you want to enjoy your vacation, and we appreciate your dedication.
Hey, no problem. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys when I get back.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Good. All right. All right, there's gonna be a line transfer in July and or December to cover the amount of $4,852.47 for the retired MEO employees' health insurance. It's gonna be a budget addition. We wouldn't set any of that budget. Do I have to make a motion for that? All right, can I get a motion to do a line transfer in July and or December for $4,852.47 for our retired MEO employees' health insurance budget addition? Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Kirk? Second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All right, last but not least, we have a, yes, ma'am.
The full motion for that, transfer will come from, Shelby at the time.
Okay.
When it comes in July and or December
Okay,
with the exact amount.
sounds good. All right. So, as everybody knows, this year is our 250th anniversary of the United States of America. We have an application where we can fill out for a grant to receive monies from Orleans County. We just kind of got to know what we want to do. Actually, since the president of the Berry Betterment Committee's here, I could give you this, and if you guys come up with something, we could fill it out together. And if you want to go, so I think we can get up to $15,000 possibly. So I'm not sure if you guys want to come up with something, but it's the time to start now for July. All right, I'll give it to Wes. Thank you. All right. Financial. All right, so general fund, townwide, year-to-date expenses, $209,000, $354.49, compared to the annual budget of $697,000, $697,195, or 30.03% of the annual budget. Town highway, year-to-date expense, $485,682.24, compared to the annual budget of $1,397,841, or 34.75% of the annual budget. All right. Highway water, Dale. Was not here.
Was not here.
Ready.
I will do my monthly report tomorrow and I'll email it.
Okay. You were talking, you were gonna start doing some road patches if the weather cleared.
Yep, it'll be tomorrow.
All right, good. Town clerk, Maureen.
That's for the rest of them to look at. You've got your copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Check was already given to the supervisor. Water bills were printed and will be mailed tomorrow. The new water bills. Taxes will be finishing up at the end of the month and 1st of May, be reconciling and going back to the county. That's it.
The assessor Dawn is on vacation also, but a proud board member Wes is gonna read some of her notes.
Okay. This is the monthly report from the town assessor dated April 2026. Reassessment project update. The reassessments remain on schedule. I have been taking phone calls and meetings with property owners for the last 3 weeks. I've had approximately 30 informal review meetings over this 3-week period. I have met with some very nice people and at this time period enjoyed many conversations. And additionally, review has been completed of these properties after this meeting. I will send an additional notice of all my final decisions for these properties within the first week of May after the tentative roll is filed. I plan to wrap up these meetings the week of April 13th. The tentative roll will be filed on May 1st, 2026. After this point, property owners will have the opportunity to file a formal grievance with the Board of Assessment Review. The board will meet pursuant to New York State real property tax law on the 4th Tuesday in May. It's May 26th, 2026. The office will continue to process exemptions, sales, and any remaining building permits in the preparation for the tentative roll filing. Respectfully, Don M. Allen, Assessor.
Thank you. All right, next is the CEO. Again. Our board member Wes is gonna read those notes for us.
Good morning. During March, I completed inspection and closed out the following permits: shed permit, a garage permit, and a generator permit. I have canceled the original permit for Freedom Storage. I issued a new permit for them due to change the buildings slightly. I did touch base with the planning board before that to make sure they didn't need them to come back into the planning board. There was also a new generator permit issued during March for a church. I have had response on the letters I sent about vehicles for 2 residents, and I'm working with them on that. As of Mr. Blank, I did not hear from him, but I will actively keep digging into this and try to get accurate contact with info for him. Hope you all have a great Easter. See you. Jared.
Thank you. All right. Planning, Kirk.
No, no planning board last month. And I'm not sure, are we having one next Monday?
I have not heard. I don't know if there's anything on the agenda though, that I know of at this point.
Yeah.
Gary, you know anything if you?
Haven't said anything.
Okay. Sound good. Zoning report, Margaret?
No, no meetings.
Little over 4 years. For the park, I'll cover down, there's a new flag up at the park. And hopefully it'll start to get utilized again, the whole park. And then utilities, nothing on utilities. Attorney, Bridget, you're on.
We're getting all everything that is active at the moment. I expect in the next month we'll be working on the lease agreement. I'll get the information from you guys having to do with the contracts that were just awarded and if the meat and potatoes of those contracts actually worked out with their
Okay.
or whoever negotiating that. So
I think Dave's back on the 14th, if I'm not mistaken, so he'll be able to jump in.
great. I'll be here. No plans of. That was very dramatic, and I will not true. But I will be here and we'll connect with them.
Thank you.
And we'll get those in place and they'll start, we should be starting to see some EMCP filings for the next phase of construction for both Heritage and Hemlock.
Okay.
And I expect that, I have not heard that they're not on schedule to start in the warmer weather. And I believe that that is both of those projects plans. The only other thing I wanted to flag is that we should probably let the town of Shelby know that we've selected someone so that they can either also contract with that company or.
If I'm not mistaken, Dave talked to them and they want to use the same individual.
I mean, that has been consistently what we've talked about, but
Yeah.
but we should let them know.
Okay.
So that they can make their own.
Okay.
Because they're be a separate contract.
Yep.
You know, more economical for everyone. Those are my only.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it's been a somewhat.
You said the Q word.
Somewhat, not completely. I know it's not been completely quiet, but somewhat.
Oh my God.
Should we pass on all, like, the 3 names to them so they can do their own research on the 3 of them?
No.
Just
You know, Wes, if you could come in one day this week, we'll call them up together so you can, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and just this is who we picked, and
Why?
if they decide to undergo their own process,
Fine.
that is up to them.
Okay.
Not manage
Yeah,
another town's process.
understood. All right, so the next town board workshop is May 11th at 1700. And the next town board meeting is May 13th at night, 7 p.m., 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. I was told not to use military time. All right. Anything else from the board?
No.
All right, can I get a motion to close?
I'll make a motion to
Okay.
adjourn.
Kurt,
Second.
what's second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Let's have it. Thank you, everybody.